Greetings everyone and welcome back to another video. For this one I'm testing Spider-Man 2 and let's quickly go through the settings. Long story short, they are pretty much maxed out, 4K resolution, Nvidia Reflex is enabled, and for the most part for the gameplay I'll use DLSS at balanced preset. And in the graphics tab, everything is maxed out, at least all the main graphical settings. I didn't use ray reconstruction because, as in Hogwarts test, it completely destroys the FPS, so for my case it's off. And in post-processing effects, motion blur is disabled, as well as chromatic aberration and film grain as well. Also, I disable all sharpness effects because personally I'm not a fan of that. So this time it's going to consist of two parts again. The first one is going to be just a regular gameplay, and the last one is going to be relatively short, but I wanted to test my CPU capabilities. For that I used 1080p resolution at ultra performance DLSS to alleviate the loads from the GPU and put the maximum load on the CPU. Now personally I haven't played any of Spider-Man games yet. I may be planning to at some point, but I think not anytime soon, but it's still very interesting to test them, the performance. Now I checked few results online how other CPUs behave in this game, because from what I heard it's very demanding on the CPU. And at least on my Tunes 5950X without SMT, it's actually pretty good experience. Keep in mind that I'm running this completely maxed out, at least maxed out from the CPU settings. And for the most part, it's actually running at about 60 FPS when CPU bound. In the gameplay part, you'll see that I'll drop below, but because my GPU is not strong enough, not the CPU. From what I gathered, basically there are two main factors for this game to perform well. The first one is going to be RAM tuning, especially RAM timings, and the second one is going to be SMT or hyper-threading, depends on your CPU. So I highly recommend disabling SMT for this game, in general actually, if you have enough cores. For 8 cores, I generally do not recommend disabling SMT and hyper-threading, and this game is actually one of outliers which really hates SMT or hyper-threading. So typically in other games you might see like 5 to 10% improvements without SMT, and in this one I think you can even expect 10 to 15% of improvement. That's actually massive, especially that in usual cases it's way less. So this commentary is going to be a little bit shorter, because I do not really have much to say about this one, because I, as I said, barely played it. So I'll see you in the last section of this video, and for now I'm going to leave you with the gameplay. See you very soon.
There should be a launcher around there.
What is all this stuff?
Environmental study by a new startup. The launcher's for high-altitude weather sensors.
And this startup gave us permission?
Yes. I checked with the head guy. Super nice. Seemed excited about helping out Spider-Man.
Okay, tell me what to do.
You've still got that 3D printer built into your web shooters, right? I need you to build something real quick. Just sent you the blueprints.
Got him. This looks like a drone. We don't spy on people, Genki.
Oh, no. It's all opt-in. Just New Yorkers sending messages to the app, which gets routed through these drones, which I call Focused Relay Neighborhood Data Spots.
FRND. Did I just make a friend?
You did! 7th grade me was so wholesome.
Okay, now, how do we get this thing airborne?
There's a lot of competing signal traffic, so try to follow the path I marked on your visor. It'll give us a clearer signal. local network should be online. Let me notify the app users. Reports should start coming in any minute now. We did it!
Back in business.
Back it up! Let's go! Come on! We got plenty of time. Cops are busy with all this sand stuff. So let's clear this place out. Come on, load him up! He's here! Smash him!
Stealing weapons? Not on my watch!
Stick to the plan!
Whose idea was it to have a gun club in the city? I think I'm gonna start a petition. Replace all the gun clubs with something better. Like a compliment club. Compliments don't hurt anyone, and they're free. For example, you take a punch really well. Good job. Hey, I think I'm onto something. Less guns, more compliments.
You don't want this!
That was a big crew, taking advantage while the city's covered in sand. Wish I knew what got into Marco.
Now in this part, as I said, I was using 1080p resolution at ultra performance DLSS to increase the load as much as possible on the CPU and alleviate the load from the GPU. And when CPU limited, the FPS is actually pretty good, I would say. It drops a little bit to 50 FPS, but generally it's about 60 FPS experience, without big stutters. You will see one stutter in this gameplay, but mostly because there was one event happening, which never happened before on this gameplay, and it was fresh, it needed to load in, and that's why it stuttered. But for general gameplay, it's pretty smooth, I would say. And anyways, I think I'll leave you with the benchmark. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now.
My suit is sandy in all the wrong places. Might be time for a change.